Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be going over a leak that happened just over 2 weeks ago now, and that leak is about a new collaboration. As you can see here, Cindy's Leaks leaked this. It wasn't really a leak. I think it may have gone under the radar for a lot of people because, well, we are sort of expecting a leak, and he did find 2 characters for now. Of course they could still add more. This leak was 2 weeks ago, and even you know, when this video comes out today he might find more, because that's just how it works. But yeah, this is the collab he found with the words king and soldier. The word sard literally means nothing. It's just what they use as like basically a folder name for the characters. Slime was just called Slime. ReZero was, I don't know what ReZero was called. I think AOT, the first one, was literally just called AOT. But yeah, the words king and soldier will have something to do with the characters. If you're wondering what I mean by that, so in Overlord we had blue, black, red, and white. White was Albedo, black was Irons, red was Shultir, and blue was Corcutus. And of course, you know, the colours do sort of match the characters. I think that's their way of sort of when they're coding it and when they're doing stuff sort of behind the scenes. So of course, if stuff does get leaked, they won't know what the characters are. Well, we won't know what the characters are, but they of course will do by the colours. And the words king and soldier are used. So, could we see a new collab? I reckon we might. Preferably not another webtoon one, because in my opinion those collabs don't have any backbone behind them. They're just content that Marvel likes to put out because it's cheap, and you know, people are going to spend money on it. Whales are going to spend money. People that simp for that sort of webtoon will spend money on it, but your average player wouldn't. And of course that's probably the reason why they would make the characters somewhat half decent, to sort of force you to summon, even though you may not like the characters. Right, enough about that. I thought I'd make a few concepts of what we could see. So, if we go on like the reruns of what we could see, I think reruns wise, I think the only real one with the words king and sun in it is just slime. So this is what I made for slime. Oh, this is what I made for slime. So you could see as let me just actually just put that there. Get that there. Just move these out of the way, there we go. But as in like the word soldier being used for Diablo as being like a Rimuru soldier. You've then got Shield, once again, the word soldier sort of makes sense. Diablo and Shield I sort of see it the same, as you would sort of count them as the same. They're both soldiers or admiral servants. And then I gave Veldra king because isn't he a god? I don't remember, I haven't watched the anime in a while. I finished it like ages ago and I haven't really caught up with anything else about it since. But I just think slime is one they could do a rerun. It'd been nearly 2 years, which would make sense. And it would sort of make sense for 2 characters as well. But once again, finding 2 characters now doesn't mean that there's not going to be several characters added in the future. For example, for Tower of God, you know, we didn't know we were getting the Tower of God collab. Well, 70th Leaks didn't confirm it until the week beforehand, because that's when the files were added to the game. Of course, we did have that huge, like, proper big leak. Like everything was shown that we already knew what the characters were going to be, because we had all the banners and everything like leaked. That was a huge leak. Next one I did, I don't know which one this was. I want to say this is, I don't know why, but I just did what do you call it? I thought this was called. I did Konosuba, because just maybe. I don't know what they could be going off of, like who's the king, who's the soldier sort of thing. But it could just be like soldier is darkness, and they go king as Kazuma, and then they just do the other 2 as like, I don't know. Technically they could go down the route of priest and then mage to sort of keep it like a medieval thing. You'd have the king, you then have the soldier, you then have the priest, and you'd have the mage, which technically would go like hand in hand, because technically she's not a soldier, she's a knight, but technically you could use the word soldier and knight in the same thing. Kazuma basically just sits there and is sort of like a king, and even for I could say an arc of the story, he was gonna die sort of thing, and that was his sort of thing. He was sort of the king of the house. You then got, of course, the priest, and then of course then you'd have the mage here, which they could do technically. It is something they could do. And also, if you're wondering voice actors wise, they already have Megumi, and they have someone like me, don't care. They already have Megumi, and they already have Aqua, because Aqua's is Liz's voice actor, and then Megumi is Rem's voice actor, sorry, not Rem, Amelia's voice actor, who of course they already done stuff with before, so it's not too bad. Next one I did was Evidence in Shadow, mainly because they've recently started collaborating with games. When I mean recently, I mean like the past like 2 months is when they've really started collaborating with games, which is really what you want to see. So what I did is I did Shadow, Alpha, of course, and then Beta, and then Delta. The reason I did these 3 is because I see these as like the main 4 characters. If you were to look at like the Shadow Garden aspect of it, Delta is the just strongest raw power wise. She has no mana, but she's in the manga, even in the anime, she's known as the strongest because she just has no chill. Beta is the more smarter one. You've got Alpha, who's like the brains and also quite powerful with magic, and of course you have Shadow, who's like the ringleader. Technically, they could be going down the route as he's the king, Shadow's the king, which is what they see him as basically. And then they could then say she was the soldier, and then this is this, and then this is that. They could do whatever really. And I did a full concept for Delta because I just got bored one day. Let me remove this. But it's kind of broken. But to be honest, right, after seeing the new LRZL, nothing is broken in this game. Like, that man can just one-shot people with a level 2. But if he doesn't crit, his damage is so bad. But when he crits, the damage is actually insane. But overall, do I see us getting a new collab? Probably. This is going to have to be quite a big year for Netmarble. And I think the only way they can really get a big year is if they really, and I mean like really push out big collab names. Like Emerson Shadow is collab with 2 games currently. One called Valkyrie Connect, which I think it collaborates with sometime soon. And another one being the Konosuba game. Which is actually, it's good that it's collaborating with this Valkyrie Connect game, because Konosuba game is part of like what I would call like the same. It's made by the same studio basically as what Eminence in Shadow and all of the basic isekai ones are from, and the fact that it's going for a different game and they're able to get it in a different game is kind of reassuring. The fact it could come to Netmarble, to Grindcross, and also they've had official collaboration artwork back in 2021. I'm pretty sure there was a collaboration artwork with Grindcross and Eminence in Shadow, and it was something to do with Melee and Shadow, I think, if I remember quite a while ago. But that was like a year and a bit ago now, so everything may have changed. But I do think that we will end up probably seeing maybe a new collab. If it's a rerun, I can only really see it being Slime, because if we go to the collabs, alright. Rerun, if you were to like look at... Okay, did I click on the right one? I did click on the right one. Okay, cool. It's in the middle, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so when you look at collabs, it's like, okay, so we can't get Tower of God. Can't get Overlord, we won't get AOT. I don't think we're gonna get Jobless Reincarnated yet. I think we could possibly get it. Shield Hero is a possibility because it's been a year and a bit now, and the quickest we got a rerun of a collab was a year and a bit, and that was the quickest collab we got was KOF, which was like I just straight up a whole year afterwards. It was on that dot, or it's on the dot a year afterwards. So Maeve, I don't think we'll get Stranger Things. I think is gone. I don't think we'll ever see Stranger Things, and I think if we do, it's just going to be like a throwaway collab, sort of like Tower of God, where like the thing is, I think that the Stranger Things characters have to have so much work done to them that it's just not worth it. Personally, I just think that because it's going to be 2 new characters they can add. They'll be like, okay, the rest of the characters will just be throwaways because the characters are really badly done. Their stats are bad. Their passives don't complement anything. They weren't even usable on their release on either version of JP or Global. They're not going to be usable today. Shield Hero, there are a few things they could do. I think if they do Shield Hero again, they'll rework the defense-based characters. I feel like Kizunum might end up getting a little bit of work done. Philo, I don't think really needs much work. She was, in my opinion, the best on release and is still probably the better one to this day. She may have a slight sub-stat boost, maybe a little bit of a basic stat boost as well, just so she can compete with the higher level ICC teams. But apart from that, I didn't really see anything being done there. KOF, of course, is a possibility, but I just don't think they would do a KOF rerun at the moment. I think they probably want to focus on what's more hype, which is there's a new Slime season coming out, there's a new ReZero season that's coming out sometime this year. Eminence in Shadow is just finished its 2nd season, about 3 months ago, but it's still fresh technically in terms of like anime seasons. Jobless Reincarnated recently finished a new season, so maybe they could go for that. Shield Hero finished a new season, maybe they could go for that. But the thing is that I feel like that if they are going to rerun, it'll be one of the collabs that either A, it's very old, so Slime, which of course the first collaboration in Grand Cross, or it will be like Shield Hero or Jobber's Reincarnated. I don't see them doing any others, mainly because there'll be too many characters, but the only reason I see them doing Slime is because it's such an old collab. I feel like they could get away with adding 2 more characters to it, because a lot of the characters are quite bad now. Like, Miller's still a quite good PvE character, Shuna's a quite good PvE character, but the rest of them aren't really that good, personally. ReZero, technically, yeah, it could have a lot of work done. ReZero's collaborating with Nike, whatever the game's called. It's collaborating with that sometime end of this month, I want to say. You know, but of course ReZero just likes to collab with anything. Same with basically most of these shows here will collaborate with any other show. Tower of God, no. AOT, no. But all of the isekai ones will just collaborate with any game because, well, you know, it's isekai. That's just how they like to do it. But anyway, thank you for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next one. Goodbye.